Good morning to one and all. I am Sandhya, guest faculty of English in TTWRDC Women Khammam. As a part of this online lecture, today I would like to tell about a very important topic in English, that is communication. Okay. So today in this lecture we will learn about definition or meaning of communication, elements of communication and types of communication, and finally how to develop effective communication skills in students. Okay, so let's go into the topic. Man is a social animal. Yes, so it is very important to communicate with others. Yes, if we want to communicate, we need a mediate. That's maybe language or sign. Let us come to the point. We are all know that people around us facing problem with communication in English. Yes. For example, we can see in spoken English centers and also people who have lost their jobs and also interview sessions. Sometimes we are felt guilty of not conveying the messages. Yes. Where is the problem occurred? This problem is due to lack of our communication skills. Is it correct? Yes. Then what we can do? So first we are learn about communication skills. Okay? What is the meaning of communication? What is the meaning of communication? Communication refers to two-way process of conveying information, ideas, feelings or opinion between two or many persons, either verbally or non-verbally, using a medium. Okay. For example, when the school bell rings, we know about the period in the class has just begun. Yes. We are communicate with others by speaking, writing, seeing, reading and through our action. Yes. In the olden days, messages were sent from the one place to another place through the pigeons and also sent through men. Yes. Yes. For example, now let us see the elements of communication. Okay, in English communication have a 6 elements. Okay, in that first one referent, second one sender, third one message, and fourth one channel, fifth one receiver, and sixth one feedback. These are all elements of communication. Let us see the first one. Elements of communication. In that first one, referent. A reference motivates the sender to share information, messages, objects, sounds, sight, time, schedule, ideas, perceptions, sensation, emotions, etc. That may be initiate communication. Okay. For example, a nurse citing a patient with difficulty in breathing may serve as a referent to the nurse, prompting her to initiate communication with the patient. Yes. And second one, sender. A sender is a person who encodes and sends the message to the accepted receiver through an appropriate channel. Okay. And third one, message. The message is the content of communication and may contain verbal, non-verbal or symbolic language. Okay. And fourth one, channel. Vehicle through which a message is sent. For example, magazines, TV, radio. Okay. Now let us see the Receiver. A receiver is an individual or a group of individuals intended to receive, decode, and interpret the message sent by the sender or source of message. Receiver, also known as a decoder. He is accepted to have the ability and skills to receive, decode, and interpret the message. This is the one of the element of communication, receiver. Okay, and next let us see feedback. Feedback is the one of the element of communication. Okay, it is the written message sent by the receiver to the sender. It is most essential element of communication process. Okay, a successful communication must be a two-way process where the sender sends a message and receives feedback from the receiver. This feedback will be verbal and non-verbal. Okay. Now let us see the types of communication. Types of communication. Basically we have four types of communication. In the first one, based on means of delivering the message, and second one based on purpose of communication. First one based on means of communication, and second one based on purpose of communication, and third one based on levels of communication, at least finally based on patterns of communication. These are four types of communication. Okay, let us see all the types of communications in detail. First we will start with based on means of delivering the message. In that first one we will see verbal communication. What is the meaning of verbal communication? It occurs through the medium of spoken or written. A combination of several words is used and each word conveys a specific meaning. Some important elements of verbal communication are language, vocabulary, clarity, intonation, consciousness, comprehension, timing, and relevance. These are the elements of verbal communication. Okay. Verbal communication has several types of verbal communication. In that first one spoken communication, and second one spoken communication, and second one written communication, and third one telecommunication, and finally fourth one electronic communication. Okay. First one spoken communication. What is spoken communication? Which is the form of words or in the form of audio. People hear the words. Okay. Written communication. And second one written communication. In this, communication is done by writing a letter or note by any other media and form of written words. And next third one telecommunication. In this, people talk on phone, send message and transfer the information. And fourth one electronic communication, which is again in the form of any devices in the media, for example softwares, any Gmail or in any other applications. Okay. Next we have verbal communication picture. This is the example of verbal communication image. Verbal communication is the use of words to share information with other people. It includes both spoken and written communication. Okay. These are the elements of verbal communication. For example, speak with confidence, art of listening, body language, be friendly. These are the elements of verbal communication skills. Okay. Now next we have non-verbal communication. What is the meaning of non-verbal communication? This communication occurs without words, where the five senses and whole range of body movements, posture, gesture, facial expressions, and silence are used for sending and receiving the message. Nonverbal communication is more accurate way of communication because it convey the true and intended meaning of the message. Okay. Nonverbal communication may be accomplished by the following means. Okay. For example, touch, eye contact, facial expressions, posture, gesture, physical appearance, sound, silence. Okay, non-verbal communication may be accomplished by the following means: touch, eye contact, facial expression and posture, gesture, physical appearance, sound, silence. Okay. This is the picture of non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is usually understood as the process of communication through sending and receiving wordless messages. Yes? Okay. These are the non-verbal communication images. Okay. Now let's go into the based on purpose of communication. Okay, in the first one we learn about the formal communication. Formal communication. What is the meaning of formal communication? Formal communication flows line of authority and is generally used in organization to achieve organizational objectives. For example, the manager will contact the supervisor for any updates and information rather than contacting directly to labor or workers. Yes. This is the picture of formal communication. Here we have picture of formal communication happening in group in an organization where the information related to work is getting exchanged. Okay. Now let's go into the informal communication. What is the informal communication? Informal communication does not flow line of authority. Example of informal communication are gossip, chit chat and kitty parties. Okay, it is very fast and usually takes place in social groups like friends, family, peer groups, etc. Okay. This is the picture of informal communication. In this, here we can see the image of informal communication where some people in a group and have a great time and talking while sitting in public place. This is the example of informal communication. Next we have therapeutic communication. What is the meaning of therapeutic communication? Therapeutic communication takes place between healthcare person and patient with the purpose of modifying the patient behavior. This is accomplished with repeated interaction using certain attributes such as trust, empathy, tenderness, concern and non-judgmental attitude. Okay, this is the therapeutic communication. This is the picture of therapeutic communication. Here we can see in this picture, doctor is trying to motivate a patient. She is giving hope and encourage and make the person happy. Yes? Okay. Okay, next type of communication we have based on levels of communication. In that, we learn about the intrapersonal communication. What is the meaning of intrapersonal communication? It takes place within an individual. We may also say it is self-talk. Okay, it is self-talk. It is crucial because because it provides a person with an opportunity to assess self or a situation before acting on it, ultimately affecting the person behavior. Okay, this is the picture of intrapersonal communication. Here in this child talk about themselves to get the answer. In this picture he is trying to get the answer to his mind by himself and is not asking to other persons, but he talking to himself to get the answer. So it is the intrapersonal communication. Okay. Second we have interpersonal communication. What is the meaning of interpersonal communication? It takes place whenever two or more people interact and exchange messages or ideas. Okay, this is also one of the most common form of communication in our daily lives. Interpersonal communication may further categorized into assertive, non-assertive and aggressive communication. Okay, let us see the image of interpersonal communication. Here two persons talking and trying to exchange the ideas and views. So when it comes exchange the ideas more than two individual, so it is interpersonal communication. But when it comes to talk and get the ideas by our own self, it is called intrapersonal communication. Now next we have transpersonal communication. What is the meaning of transpersonal communication? It takes place within a person's spiritual domain. The purpose of transpersonal communication is to realize selfhood, enhance spirituality, and answer questions that are equal in nature. This is the picture of transpersonal communication. Okay. For example, whenever our parents make wishes or pray for us and say, I wish my son and daughter to get a good future. Please God, show him the right path and do the pray with the God. This kind of conversation is called transpersonal communication. Okay. Next we have small group communication. What is the meaning of small group communication? Communication among three or more people and are perhaps equally active parties who are usually in proximity and who are usually in close proximity. A relatively small collection of individuals who are related to each other by some common purpose. Here, this is the picture of small group communication. Here in this picture, we can see three women are sharing information and talking casually while sitting at home. It is the example of small group communication. Next we have public communication. What is the meaning of public? Public is generally defined as a large group of people. Okay? Communication with such a large group of people is known as public communication. Public communication requires essential skill to influence people at large and media material to reach member of public clearly and loudly. This is the picture of this is the picture of public communication. Okay, here let us see the public communication example. When a politician talk among the public, it is the example of public communication. Okay, now let us going to the next. We have organizational communication. What is the meaning of organizational communication? It takes place when individual and groups communicate within an organization. People in an organization communicate with each other to achieve established organizational goals. Here this is the picture of organizational communication. In organizational communication, people communicate with each other to achieve organizational goals. Okay, here in this picture we can see few employees are talking to their head to share in the information and views with the head and group members. It is the example of organizational communication. Last type of communication we have based on the pattern of communication. In that, under this one-way communication, we learn about the one-way communication. What is the meaning of one-way communication? Take place when messages are delivered to the audience from the communicator only without constant feedback. A common example of one-way communication is lecture delivered in the classroom. Lecture delivered in the classroom. This is the picture of one-way communication. Okay, here in this picture, here we can see one teacher is giving lecture without even asking any questions or any feedback from the student. He is just delivering the lecture. Here only one person is talking and providing the information is the one way of communication. One way, this is the example of one way communication. Okay. Next one, two-way communication. What is the meaning of two-way communication? It takes place when the communicator and audience take part in the process. It takes place when the communicator and audience take part in the process. The audience may raise questions and add information, ideas and opinions on the subject. Okay. For example, press conference. Two-way communication example, press conference. In this picture, press conference, press reporter and the person will communicate with each other. Yes. And next we have many-to-one communication. In this, many-to-one communication takes place when several people communicate with one person at the same time. Okay, a panel of experts talking an interview is an example of many-to-one communication. Okay, a panel of experts talking an interview is an example of many-to-one communication. For example, in this picture, two or more persons ask a questions from one individual. Interviewer give the answer at the same time. So this is the many-to-one communication. Okay. Now let's going to the another topic, how to develop effective communicative skills in students. Okay. The following steps can be implemented to improve students' communication skills. Okay. In that, first one, to encourage all students to participate in classroom discussions, to create a safe environment and to conduct more team works. And fourth one, to give positive feedback Okay, use technology. Multiple of technological resources you can use in improving student communication skills. Okay, to offer group presentations and assignments. Okay, you offer group presentations and assignments in the classroom. Okay, ask open-ended questions. Okay, use tasks and activities that foster critical thinking. Okay, next let us see some techniques. Those are helpful in classroom to improve students' communication skills. Okay, in that first one, jam. What is the meaning of jam? Jam, just a minute. What is the meaning of jam? Jam is just a minute speaking session. Okay, a jam speaking session is a way of getting people to speak without preparation about a topic. Okay, participants are required to speak continuous for a minute without hesitation, repetition, deviation on a topic given to them. Okay. Recruiters may use jam sessions. Recruiters may use jam session to help to determine candidates' communication skills, creativity, and confidence. Okay, these sessions may also be used to test a person's ability to recall information, especially in high pressure situations. Okay, we are conducting a jam sessions in our classroom for improving communicative skills. Okay, let us another one, group discussion. What is the meaning of group discussion? Group discussion is defined as form of group communication in which the participants share ideas and exchange information on common topic. Okay, group discussion are widely used in many organizations for decision making and problem solving. Okay, group discussions is a discussion that test the candidates skills such as leadership skills, communication skills, social skills, behavioral skills, politeness, teamwork, listening ability, general awareness, confidence, problem solving skills, etc. This is the group discussion and also conducting in our classroom to improve the communicative skills in students. Okay, now let's going to the another one, conversation. What is the meaning of conversation? Conversation means a talk, especially an informal one between two or more people, in which views and ideas are exchanged. Okay, this is the picture of conversation here, and also conducting in our classrooms for better improvement communicative skills in students. Okay, and next going to the another topic, role play. What is the meaning of role play? Role play is the acting of imitating character and behavior of someone who is different from yourself. Okay, it develops communication and language skills, allow children to act out of make sense of real life situation. Okay, uses of role play, it developed communicative skills and language skills. Okay, here some students are imitating professionals. Yes, okay, up to now we discuss some techniques to improve our communication skills. These techniques help us to gain confidence, functional English, and new vocabulary, etc. If you want to should be in a good position, first you should have a good communication skills. So it is in your hands. You do not ignore communication skills and don't give a chance to other to ignore you. Okay, you should concentrate on your communication skills for your bright future. I hope you understood very well. Okay, Thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I am very thankful to Gurukulam. Thank you to one and all.